guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Amos 1-6, Proverbs 1, and Psalm 38. Let's get started. The word of Amos, who was among the shepherds of Tekoa, which he saw concerning Israel in the days of Uzziah king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam the son of Joash, king of Israel, 2 years before the earthquake. And he said, The Lord roars from Zion and utters his voice from Jerusalem. The pastures of the shepherds met, and the top of Carmel withers. Thus saith the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Damascus and before, I will not revoke the punishment, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing sledges of iron. So I will send a fire upon the house of Hazael, and it shall devour the strongholds of Ben-Hadad. And I will break the gate bar of Damascus, and I will cut off the inhabitants of the valley of Ava, and him who holds the scepter from Beth-Eden. And the people of Syria shall go into exile to Kir, says the Lord. Thus says the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Gaza and for 4, I will not revoke the punishment, because they carried into exile a whole people to deliver them up to Edom. So I will send a fire upon the wall of Gaza, and it shall devour her strongholds. I will cut off the inhabitants from Ashdod, and him who holds the scepter from Ashkelon. And I will turn my hand against Ekron, the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, says the Lord God. Thus says the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Tyre and for 4, I will not revoke the punishment, because they delivered a whole people to Edom, and did not remember the covenant of brotherhood. So I will send a fire upon the wall of Tyre, and it shall devour her strongholds. Thus says the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Edom and for 4, I will not revoke the punishment, because he pursued his brother with a sword, and cast out all pity, and his anger tore perpetually. And he kept his wrath forever. So I will send a fire upon Timon, and it shall devour the strongholds of Bozrah. Thus says the Lord, for 3 transgressions of the Ammonites, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they have ripped open pregnant women in Gilead, that they might enlarge their border. So I will kindle a fire in the wall of Rabbah, and it shall devour her strongholds, with shouting in the day of pain, with a tempest in the day of the whirlwind, and the king shall go into exile, he and his princes together, says the Lord. Thus says the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Moab, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because he burnt alive the bones of the king of Edom. So I will send a fire upon Moab, and it shall devour the strongholds of Kerioth, and Moab shall die amid uproar, amid shouting and the sound of the trumpet. I will cut off the ruler from its midst, and kill with princes with him, says the Lord. Thus says the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they rejected the law of the Lord, and they have not kept his statutes, but their lives have led them astray. Those after which their fathers walked. So I will send the fire upon Judah, and it shall devour the strongholds of Judah. Thus says the Lord, the 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4 I will not revoke the punishment, because they sell the righteous for silver, and the needy for a pair of sandals. Those who trample the head of the fallen to the dust of the earth, and turn aside the way of the afflicted. And then his father go into the same go, so that my holy name is profaned. They lay themselves down beside every altar, and God was taken in pledge, and in the house of the God they drew, and one of those who had been fined. Yet it was I who destroyed the right before, whose height was like the height of the sails, and who was as strong as the earth. I destroyed his fruit above, and his roots beneath. Yesterday it was I who brought you up out of the land of Egypt, and led you 40 years in the wilderness, to possess the land of the Amos. And I raised up some of your sons for prophets, and some of your young men for Nazarites. This is not indeed so, O people of Israel, declares the Lord. But you raised the Nazarites faithfully, and commanded the prophets, saying, You shall not prophesy. Behold, I will press you down in your flesh, as a cart full of sheaves presses down. The light shall not perish from the swift, and the strong shall not retain their strength, nor shall the mighty save his life. He who handles the bow shall not slay, and he who is swift of foot shall not save himself, nor shall he who rides the horse save his life. And he who is stout of heart among the mighty, who shall flee away naked in that day, because I had this word that the Lord has spoken against you, people of Israel, against the whole family that I brought out of the land of Egypt. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Do 2 walk together unless they have agreed to me? Does a lion roar in the forest when he has no prey? Does a young lion cry out from his den if he has taken nothing? Does a bird fall in a snare on the earth when there is no trap for it? Does a snare spring up from the ground when it has taken nothing? Does a trumpet blow in a city and the people are not afraid? Does disaster come to a city unless the Lord has done it? For the Lord God does nothing without revealing his secret. He only serves the prophets. The lion has roared, he will not fear. The Lord God has spoken, but who can but prophesy? Proclaim to the strongholds of Nashon, and to the strongholds in the land of Egypt, and say, Assemble yourselves on the mountains of Samaria, and see the great tumults within her, and the oppressed in her midst. They do not know how to do right, declares the Lord. They restore violence and robbery in their strongholds. Therefore thus says the Lord, an adversary shall surround the land, and bring down your defences from you, and the strongholds shall be plundered. And it also says, if the shepherd rescues from the mouth of the lion 2 legs or a piece of an ear, so shall the people of Israel who dwell in Samaria be rescued with the corner of a couch and a part of the bed. He didn't testify against the house of Jacob, declares the Lord of God, the God of hosts. Now on the day I punish Israel for its transgression, I will punish the altars of Bethel. And the horns of the altar shall be cut off and full circle. I will strike the winter house along with the summer house, and the houses of ivory shall perish, and the great houses shall come to an end, declares the Lord. And hear this word, you cows of Bashan, who are on the mountain of Samaria, who oppress the poor, who oppress the needy, who say to our enemies, that we may drink. The Lord goes small by his holiness. Now behold, the days are coming upon you, and they shall take you away with us, even the last of you that fish. And you shall go out through the virtue, each one straight ahead, and you shall be cast down into horror, declares the Lord. And come to Bethel, transgress, to Gilgal, and multiply transgression, bring your sacrifices over the tithes every 3 days. Offer sacrifices thanksgiving, of which I was known, and proclaim freewill offerings, publishing, for so you love to do, people of Israel, declares the Lord God. I gave you cleanness of teeth in all your cities, and lack of bread in all your places, yet you did not return to me, declares the Lord. I also withheld your rain from me, and there yet 3 months to the harvest. I will send rain on one sea, and send no rain on another sea. One field would have rain, and the field on which it did not rain would wither. So 2 or 3 cities would wander to another sea to drink water, and would not be satisfied. Yet you did not return to me, declares the Lord. I struck you with blight and molding, and there are many gardens in your vineyard, your fig trees and your olive trees, the locusts devour. Yet you did not return to me, declares the Lord. So I sent among you a pestilence after the manner of Egypt. I killed your young men with the sword, and carried away your blessing, and I made the strength of your camp go up into your nation. Yet you did not return to me, declares the Lord. I overthrew some of your heads when God overthrew so many gold. And you were as a brand plucked out of the burning, yet you did not return to me, declares the Lord. Therefore thus I will do to you, Israel. This I will do this to you. Prepare to meet your God, Israel. For behold, he who forms the mountains and creates the wind, and declares to man what is his thought, who makes the morning darkness, and treads on the heights of the earth. The Lord, the God of hosts, is his name, and in the wholeness. Hear this word that I take over you in lamentation, O house of Israel. For no mortal rise is a virgin Israel, forsaken on her land, with none to raise her up. And thus is the Lord God. The sea that went out 1,000 shall have 100 left, and that which went out 100 shall have 10 left to the house of Israel. And thus says the Lord to the house of Israel, seek me and live. Now do not seek Bethel, do not enter into Gilgal, or cross over to Bishop, for Gilgal shall surely go into Bethel, and Bethel shall come to nothing. Seek the Lord and live, lest he break out like fire in the house of Jason, and it devours none to quench it for Bethel. And it devours. And you who turn justice to one, and cast down righteousness to the earth. You made the Pleiades and Orion, who turns deep darkness into the morning, and darkens the day into night, who calls for the waters of the sea, and pours them out on the surface of the earth. And the Lord is his name, who makes destruction flash forth against the strong, so that destruction comes upon the fortress. They hate him who reproves in the gate, and they abhor him who speaks the truth. Therefore, because you trample on the poor, and you exact taxes of grain from him, you have built houses of hewn and stone, and you shall not dwell in them. You have planted pleasant vineyards, so you shall not drink thereof. For I know how many are your transgressions, and how great are your sins. You who afflict the righteous, you take a bribe, and turn aside the needy and the good. Therefore he who is brave will keep silent in such a time. For it is an evil time. Seek good, not evil, that you may live. And so the Lord, the God of hosts, will be with you, as you have said. Hate evil and love good, and establish justice in the gate. It may be that the Lord, the God of hosts, will be gracious to the remnant of Joseph. Therefore thus says the Lord, the God of hosts, the Lord. In all the squares they shall be wailing, and in all the streets they shall say, Alas, alas, they shall call the promise of men, and to wailing those who are skilled in lamentation, as if a man. And in all vineyards they shall be wailing, for I will pass through your midst, says the Lord. Woe to you who desire the day of the Lord. Why would you have the day of the Lord? It is darkness, not light, as if a man fled from the lion, and a bear met him. One went into the house and leaned his hand against the wall, and a serpent bit him. It is not the day of the Lord, darkness and not light, and gloom with no brightness in it. I despise your feast, and I take no delight in the fullness of me. Even though you offer me your burnt offerings and grain offerings, I will not accept them, and the peace offerings of your family, I will not look upon them. Take away from me the noise of your salt. To the melody of your heart, Psalm listen. Let justice roll down like waters, and righteousness like an ever-flowing stream. Give you whom to me sacrifices and offerings during the 40 years in the wilderness. And you shall take of Sikhath your king, and Kian your Sargon, your images that you may face out, and I will send you into exile beyond Damascus, says the Lord. For his name is the Lord, God of hosts. Woe to those who are at ease and silent, and to those who feel secure on the mountains of Mary, the notable men of the first of the nations, to whom the house of Israel come. Pass over to Kala and see, and from there go to Hamath the Wicked, go down to Gath of the Philistines. Are you better than these kings, or is their territory greater than your territory? Are you who put far away the day of goodness, and bring near the seed of violence? Woe to those who lie on beds of ivory, and stretch themselves out on their couches, and eat lambs from the flock, and harlots from the midst of the storm, who sing idle songs to the sound of the harp, and like David invented themselves instruments of music, who drink wine and bowls, and anoint themselves with finest oils, but are not free during the Lord of Joseph. Therefore they shall now be the first of those who go into exile, and the rivalry of those who stretch themselves shall pass away. The Lord has sworn by himself, declares the Lord, the God of hosts. I abhor the pride of Jacob, and hate his strongholds, and I will deliver up the seed and all the sin. And if 10 men remain in the house, they shall die. And when one's relative, the one who anointed for burial, shall take him up to bring the bones out of the house, and say to him who's in the most parts of the house, is there anyone with you? They shall say, no. And he shall say, silence, you must not mention the name of the Lord. Behold, the Lord commands, and the great house shall be struck down into fragments, and the little house into bits. Do horses run on rocks? Does one plow there with oxen? You turn justice into poison, and the fruit of righteousness into wormwood. You who rejoice in the Lord dwell. And I say, have you not by our own strength captured Chaldea for ourselves? You will raise him against your nation, and shall say, declares the Lord, God of hosts, and they shall oppress you from Lebanon to the brook of the Arabah. Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to understand the words of insight, to receive instruction in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Yet the wise gain an increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance. Now I understand a proper man saying, the words of the wise are their lips, for fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hear my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. For they are a graceful garland for your head and pendants for your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us ambush the innocent without reason. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive, and whole, like those who go down to the pit. And we shall find all precious goods. We shall fill our houses with blood. Barren yet low among us, we will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Hold back your foot from their paths. When the feet run to evil, then they make haste to shed blood. Where in vain is in their swear, and so but these men lie in wait for their own life. They set an ambush for their own lives. Search out the ways of everyone who is greedy for unjustly, and takes away the life of its possessors. Wisdom cries aloud in the street, and the mountain she raises her voice. At the head of the northern streets she cries, at the entrance of the sea she speaks. How long, said once, will you not be simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? If you turn in my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. Behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. And I will make my words known to you, because I have called, and you refuse to listen. And I have stretched out my hand, and no one has heeded. Because you have ignored all my counsel, and would have none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when terror strikes you. And then terror strikes you like a storm, and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. And they will call upon me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but will not find me. Because they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord, and have known my counsel, and despised all my reproof. Therefore they shall eat the fruit of their will, and they have their fill of their own devices. For the simple are killed by the eternal life, and the complacency of fools destroys them. Whoever listens to me will dwell secure, and will be at ease, without dread or disaster. Psalm 38. O Lord, rebuke me not in your anger, nor discipline me in your wrath, for your arrows are sunk in me, and your hands come down on me. There is no soundness in my flesh because of your indignation. There is no health in my bones because of my sin. For my iniquities have gone over my head like a heavy burden. They are too heavy for me. My words stink of vessel because of my foolishness. I am utterly bowed down and prostrate, and all the day I go about many. My sides are filled with burning, and there is no soundness in my flesh. I am feeble and crushed. I groan because of the tumult of my heart. My Lord, my longings before you. My sighing is not hidden from me. My heart fails, my strength fails me, and the light of my eyes is also gone from me. My friends and companions stand aloof from my plague, and my nearest kin stand far off. Those who seek my life lay their snares. Those who seek my hurt speak of mine, and meditate treachery all day long. I am like a deaf man, I do not hear, like a mute man who does not open his mouth. I become like a man who does not hear, and in whose mouth are no words. But for you, O Lord, do I wait. Is you, O Lord, my buckler and my right. And let them not rejoice over me, who boast against me when my foot slips. I am ready to fall, and my pain is ever before me. I confess my iniquity, but I am sorry for my sin. But my foes are vigorous, they are mighty, and many are those who hate me wrongfully. Those who render me evil accuse me because I follow after good. Those who do not forsake me, O my God, be not far from me. Make haste to help me, O Lord, my salvation. Now that's done, I shall learn to the Lord's prayer. Please pray, our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and give us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For this is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.